A classic question. If you could go back in time and kill one person to alter the course of human history, who would it be? Well, if I was on Family Feud and the subject just happened to pop up, I'd probably put money on Hitler. Obvious reasons. Maybe someone from Nickelback. That'd be a dark horse pick. God. Apparently he invented women. That's a big ice. But big names aside, I thought I had my guy figured out after doing a bit of extensive research. Alright, let's see. Okay. Well, shit. Genocide might be in play here. Damn. I needed to know who was the absolute human dumpster masochist who invented the modern torture device known as the necktie. Yeah. You know. Long colored pieces of silly fabric that you tie around your neck to signify status, respect, capacity for suffering. Those search results, paired with knowledge that exists in my own brain, led me down a path that I never could have fathomed existed. You see, I know that for at least as long as I've existed, neckties have also existed. I also know that my father, who is a real person that I know exists and can personally verify of his existence, also existed before I was born and wore neckties during that period. So, therefore, using deductive reasoning, I concluded that the person who invented neckties was a French person born before the year of 1994, the year of my birth. And this launched me into my second phase of research. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you the chain of research that I just uncovered, leading to some shocking results about the potential cover-up of the inventor of neckties. So, first, obviously, I needed to find French guy born before 1994. Okay. And, boom, here we are. Frederick Bourdin. French guy born 1974. Okay, so we check this guy out. Turns out, Frederick Bourdin is a serial imposter, and he's claimed to have assumed at least 500 false identities. So, with this piece of information, I thought it's safe to assume that at some point in those 100 impersonations, he impersonated the actual French guy born before 1994 who actually invented the necktie. So, the next phase of my research was quite clear. So, I decided to search for pictures of Frederick Bourdin and look for him in a necktie, because that way he would be impersonating the person who actually invented neckties. I thought this was a clear-cut path, but as you can see, it was actually hard to find a picture of Frederick Bourdin wearing a necktie. He wore some necktie-adjacent things, and he had some collars, but no actual neckties, which was discouraging at first. I thought that was a tie at first, but I don't think it is. See, no tie, no tie, no tie. And then, boom, this guy, clearly wearing a necktie. but also clearly not the other Frederick Bourdin. But I click on him, and he's another Frederick Bourdin. What are the odds? And he's wearing a necktie. This is too good to be true. This has to be something. So I click on this guy. And at first, it looks like a bunch of nothing. French National Institute for Agriculture, Food, and Environment. Boring. And then I clicked on his publications. And at first, nothing popped out to me. But you go down to his last paper. Field assessment of the balance between greenhouse gases and ammonia emissions from grassland under various end management regimes. I finally put it together when I saw this title for one of his publications. People who wear ties, who like to wear neckties, fart a lot. And it's clear from this guy's paper, just by all of the chain of coincidences that I've linked together, this has to be true, that this guy invented neckties, but wants to cover up the fact that people who wear his neckties fart a lot by blaming it on agriculture in Ireland, apparently. 98% of ammonia? I think that's the fart one, I don't know. But regardless, this was, in my eyes, clear evidence that Frederick Bourdin was the inventor of neckties. Clear. So, therefore, if you had to ask me, who would I go back and kill? It would be this guy, Frederick Bourdin. So, to be clear, we first Googled who invented the necktie. The search result popped up something about France, and then maybe something about Croatia later in that paragraph, but it's clearly the French. That just seems obvious. It would be the French. So, using that information gleaned from Google, paired with the knowledge of our own existence and the fact that ties have existed at the same time we've existed for that whole existence, and deductively concluding that my father, who existed before me, also wore neckties, and therefore the person who invented neckties must have been a French person born before the year of 1994. This led us to Google that, and that turned up a guy named Frederick Bourdin. Frederick Bourdin is a serial imposter who apparently stole the identity of 500 people. One of those 500 people must have been the guy who actually invented neckties. This just makes sense. So, we Googled Frederick Bourdin in an image search to try and catch him wearing a necktie, because this might have been the guy he was impersonating, the guy who actually invented neckties. We didn't find that, but we did find another guy, also named Frederick Bourdin, who was wearing a necktie. And upon further research into him, we found out he had been writing papers blaming fart gas on agriculture in Ireland, apparently, when it is a clear cover-up to the fact that people who wear neckties fart too much and are ruining the environment. It's a necktie thing, clear and simple. So therefore, if I had to go back in history and kill one guy to alter the course of human history for better, I would choose Frederick Bourdin, PhD, necktie wearer. Oh, and one more thing. If you made it to the end of this whole video, do a man a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. All of it helps. Just trying to make my way out here. Catch you all later.